What's up, Hap? I was on earlier talking about the. Hey, Donna, where's the remote? Hey, where's the remote for the TV? Man, I missed DMX, man. Don't worry about it. Rest in peace, D. See you soon. DMX, the black shirt. Snoop Dogg. He's the one dancing on the right. They're both rappers. No, Snoop Dogg's still alive. Only DMX is the one who died with the black shirt from a heart attack. He doesn't have a heart attack. No, he doesn't have a heart disease that I know of. No, he's dead. They killed him. He was only 50 years old. He was younger than me by 2 years. Heart disease kills half of the black people in America. Heart attacks.
Are they surrounding the world?
Yep, all over the world. So, gotta take care of your heart, right? Now you see why we do treadmill, exercise, why we eat mommy's food, right? So our hearts don't get sick, right? If you eat fatty, nasty foods, you're gonna have a heart attack one day, and your heart's gonna get clogged up, and you're gonna die.
What's clogged up?
It means the arteries going to your heart will get blocked with fat, and then you have a heart attack. That's what a heart attack
That's why
is.
you have to eat vegetables?
Yeah, good vegetables. Not every vegetable is good. If they spray the vegetables with poison in the farmer's field, it'll still give you cancer. It'll kill you. So you have to get wholesome foods that aren't full of Roundup herbicide and weed killer, because that'll give you cancer too. If they spray it with too much weed killer and bug killer and you eat it, it gets in your body, it can kill you.
Are banana getting weed killer right now?
I don't use weed killer.
You
I only
use
use it on the rocks. I don't use it in my whole yard. Well, I don't use it. I don't use Roundup. Hey, this is my song, man. That Crip Walk. What's up, man? Snoop, Snoop, Snoop.
the hard packs. They taking over because of COVID.
It's not COVID. It's because of the diet, the food people eat, and they don't exercise. Everybody doesn't exercise, bro. You see me always on the treadmill, hiking on the trails all the time, right? Well, everybody doesn't do that. Some people eat McDonald's every day, and they sit down, and they smoke cigarettes, and they have a heart attack. Look at DMX. Look at how big his belly is. See that? He's fat. Look at the picture behind him. He's skinny. Okay, so if you let yourself get fat and the arteries in your heart get clogged up, you can have a heart attack. Yeah, of course you're skinny because you're a kid, but you're not gonna be a kid forever. One day you're gonna be his age, and what you eat for the rest of your life, that's what you're gonna look like. Okay, what you eat for the rest of your life. Look at me. I look like I'm 30 years old, and I'm an old man because I've been eating and exercising my whole life. And the surgeon just told y'all. Okay, they checked my heart. I don't have no blockages in my heart. That's what he told me. No blockages, no fat. Okay, because of how I eat. You understand? All right. But you gotta eat like that the rest of your life. You can't just always eat McDonald's and Taco Bell. The best food is food you make for yourself, not fast food, not McDonald's. You make it for yourself because you know where it came from. Does it have poison on it? Is it too much fat? And you also have to eat a little bit. You can't always eat until you're full all the time and your belly's poking out. Okay. Trying to explain heart disease to an 8-year-old, right?
Let's play tomorrow.
Huh?
I'm going to play one game on my
Okay,
phone.
yeah. Okay, we'll talk later. I'm gonna talk to my broadcast right now. Rest in peace, D. Belly, baby. Oh, we watching Belly today. We watching Belly today, boy. See that? See that film behind him was called Belly. That's DMX. It's about every 3 months I gotta watch Belly. Okay, this is guaranteed.
I'm playing my phone. My arm's broken.
Your arm's not broken.
I'm just doing a prank.
Oh, you practicing? Oh, a prank. Okay, okay. He said a bunch of celebrities done snuck into his looks like that's Instagram, I think. I think it's Instagram broadcast. They so cool. They just in the studio freestyling and doing older stuff. Yeah. Man. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yo. Here we go. Yo. Here we go. Yo. Here we go. Yo. So what? So what's the scenario? Here we go. Yo. Here we go. Yo. What's the scenario? We got Snoop Dogg. We got DMX. What's next, yo? Ho, ho, ho. Yo, 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 yo. Oh, Bezro. That cool. He dropped that 152. He dropped that 0.15 so I can keep my fam alive. Go, yo, boo, shit, goddamn. We smoke dope, we drink wine, noop, noop, motherfucker, it's party time. We do this. Fuck that bullshit. We do this. Fuck that bullshit. Y'all already know, man.
Sometimes I get a little bit
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate the love for real. Huh?
sometimes I get a little bit down and
You're skinny. You're a skinny ass Filipino black boy. You'll never get fat, okay? Unless you try to eat until you die, you might get fat. Otherwise, you won't get fat. Oh, we got Bears Road Necko in the house dropping 015 anytime he got clout. He said, yo, 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 let it roll up. Huh, Cali. Purple go yo. Y'all know the classics, man. Man, I miss DMX, man. Y'all don't even know. That's my generation, man. Belly, baby. I was in the I was in a jazz club in New Orleans, man. This dude had a little TV next to me, and I didn't know what he was watching. He had one of them little portable TVs. You know, I was in there watching jazz, partying, dancing, and all that. I'm like, yo, dude, what's that movie you watching, man? And he was just watching it on portable, and it was Belly, man. He was watching the movie Belly, and I was like, oh shit, I ain't never seen no movie like this before. With all the brothers up in it, Nas, DMX, wilding out and shit, going to Jamaica, popping cannons and shit, bro. It was like a wild. I'm like, this shit is wild. The bum clot in the big mansion and shit. It was like, what's up? The Dundada, the original Dundada. You want a piece of me? You want to rump with me, huh? You want to rump with me, huh? I'm the original Dundada. Rastafari, hi. You want to rump with me? For real. And I already told y'all, we already had a shooting right down the street. Fucking SWAT team, AR-15s and snipers and all that shit, bruh. Right here in little quiet ass Montana. So if you think you can let your guard down Because you living in your gated ass communities and you safe, you better think again. My wife told me I was the first one in this neighborhood to have an ADT security system. So who lives in reality and who lives in fantasy world? All right. I'll just leave that right there. I ain't never had this I'm gonna always be safe in America attitude for obvious reasons. Oh, they playing classics, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No limit. Oh shit, that's my city, man. 318-504. Where y'all at? Y'all know my history, man. I was trained by the 504, raised by the 318. It ain't never too late to get your shit straight, peeled back, get your motherfucking cap lost at that. Hey, I got my big back boots and I'm stomping, nigga, and I'm coming for you. You. We can go on and shoot, or we can be some gentlemen and take it easy too. It's up to what you do and what you say. Don't you lose, cause hope might be a long time in that jail cell, nigga. Let your mind be free. And you'll see that what the God say will always be. Where my dogs at? Huh, huh. Where my dogs at? Huh, huh. Where my dogs at? Huh, huh. Where my dogs at? You already know, man. I'm a fan for life, man. DMX. Man, I miss him, man. I miss him so much. The real ones, man, we losing them. 50 years old, heart attack, man. Other day I did a broadcast for y'all, man, about heart disease. So if y'all remember, I talked about how half of African Americans got heart disease, right under half. He died at age 50. I'm 52. Yeah, I know I look a little bit younger. But at any rate, get rid of the gray hairs, you probably say 38, maybe. Maybe on a bad day, you'll say 39 or 40, 42. Not 52. But at any rate, uh, he died from a heart attack, man. He died from a heart attack. Remember this one? A ball. Honey. Man, this is a classic. Big boy. Man, Nate Dogg. Man, look at all the people in his feed though on Instagram. E40. Oh my god. Like they all dropped in. They all tapped in, you know. They all tapped in. Hey, turn yours down, bro. Turn your volume down, nigga. You competing with DMX, Snoop Dogg, and MC Drunken Monk, man. You better turn that volume down, boy. Boy, fucking house in your motherfucking mouth. Love that. Love with the uh, 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 uh. If you got them big blunts and you roll it up, and that Cali sun be rolling on yo, yo. Oh yeah. Oh, not this one. Yeah, definitely gotta watch Belly tonight, man. Uh, uh. Man, where's my remote, dude? Where's my remote, bro? For real, I need to turn this up. You know what my remote is? My remote is always walking around this house, bro. It's got legs of its own, huh? Can you find my remote for me, please? Please, please, nigga. uh. Woo! Woo! This post-battle playlist is gonna be fire. Legendary. Rest in peace, Aaliyah. Man, find my remote, though. For real. My shit's always walking around here like he got legs, bro. What the hell's wrong? Why can't I keep my remote like up here in front of the TV, bro? For real. I swear to God. I got a volume control on my phone, but I ain't trying to close my app out to do that. Just don't even worry about it, bro. You ain't gonna find it. It's like if I don't find it, it ain't gonna get found, right? I don't give a damn. Just throw the TV in the trash can. Look, it's right there, bro. Right there on the corner of the piano. Did you even look? Did you even look? My God. Are you blind? You need glasses? Maybe you need glasses, huh? Yeah, give it to me right when they quit rapping. Yeah, thanks a lot. He said, you all right? He got you going back in the bag, son, for real. Cali, what's up? East Oakland, my boys, what's up? Yay, roll. What it do? DJ Rich and Naughty, East Oakland, my fam, what's up? What it do? All right. Man, y'all know I watch this all day, bro, for real. Let me put this on because the topic is. So today, basically, one of my Orthodox Christian friends, and I've attended Orthodoxy churches before, and consider myself a follower of the Christian way. And so, periodically, when some of your Christian friends, the ones that are more, I don't want to call them anything negative, let's just say fundamentalists or purists or zealots. I guess some people will call them zealots, but I don't know if that's derogatory or not, but it is what it is. They will say something to you like, "Well, don't y'all just want to go to Nirvana? Ain't that what it is?" And then Buddhists will do something like this, and will say, "Well, I took Bodhisattva vow, so if you think we all just want to go to Nirvana, go read what that is." But usually, I cannot get them to study or read. The Christian brothers I have, they won't study or read other people's doctrines. I don't know what that's about, but I'm noticing a trend that's been going on for probably hundreds of years where you utterly, without saying it, refuse to even crack a book from another religion. You won't read the Quran, you won't read the Buddha Sutras, okay? So it's almost like dealing with a child who's spoiled and always wants to get red candy. And the second you tell him he can't have red candy and he's got to go eat some green candy, he completely throws a fucking fit, all right, and loses his fucking mind, all right? And then you sitting there as the mature adult have to fucking baby him, give him breast milk, spell everything out like Zen monks explain koans to their students. No, they don't. If the student is not ready to understand what is the sound of one hand clapping, what was your face before you were born to your mother, if they can't truly fathom or break through to those truths, the conversation is done. But my Christian brothers want to engage in rhetoric in which they are not prepared nor have experience to engage in anything but the practice of rhetoric, because that's all we're doing. Let's not act like there's any transfer of truth here. When your mind locks up and when you start quoting those verses from the Bible, what is that all about? And when I say truth just is what it is, you just get quiet and talk over me. That's what y'all did to the Native Americans, right? You just talked over them with guns, my African ancestors, and then you say stuff like, Well, every culture's had a slave, Jim. Every culture's propagated slavery, Jim. And every culture busts the gap, Jim. What exactly are you saying, Negro? You don't like the conditions of America? Then you can get your black ass back to Africa. How about that? And we'll continue to take this shit from the Indians and your ancestors, and ain't a goddamn thing you can do about it, boy. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. What's up with everybody been a slave shit? Then everybody's wrong. And then he said something like, we're all slave to something." I'm like, okay, we have some truth here, right? But you guys force people historically. The Christians have always forced every other religion into a corner. You try to. There is no corner. And when we tell you there is no corner, because there is no absolute thing, you just. And then he mentioned something to me about the holy doctrine. I said something to the effect of, I said the holy doctrine is just, I said it's just hurts my ears. I said it's and I was making a point. I was making a point, but based on my wisdom, not my knowledge. I was saying something to the effect of Taoist teachings. All truths are half truths. Okay, all truth lacks when it comes from a human mind and a human mouth. All truth lacks, but I don't think most of you guys are aware of this when you're engaging in rhetoric or information passing with people that are Buddhist or Hindu or Muslim, you know, Baha'i, other faiths out here. You take the stance of, and this person's 20 years my younger, and I have a fucking doctorate degree, and here we go again. Okay, I don't know if this is, honestly, I'm gonna just tell you, on this white culture in America, that when you have blonde hair and blue eyes, you can never be wrong. Okay, but this shit has killed people for hundreds of years, and then you'll say, "Yeah, but my ancestors died too." Like, come on with this shit, man. We're talking about this moment right here. Which one of us does not see reality in its pure state? That's it. And you can quote Buddha, Hindus, Krishna, Jesus, whoever you want. But if you cannot see in this moment who and what you really are, it doesn't matter what Buddha or Krishna said, because it won't help you. Okay? So can I make it any more clear than that? Okay? Because that's really, I have to really remember my vows when I talk to you guys. You thank you, because you constantly push me to that higher level that you yourselves are trying avidly, some of you, to avoid at all costs, because God forbid you talk about suffering, but you look pretty damn comfortable to me. And as soon as I talk about my suffering, you say everybody suffered, Jim. All right, come on, man. I'm trying to deal with me, not everybody. I'll understand everybody when I understand everybody. Don't ask me to understand everybody before I understand everybody. Okay? This everybody bullshit. It's nothing but empty hot air coming out of everybody's mouth. Do we understand the Christ consciousness we talk about? Do we understand the Buddha nature that we talk about? No, not completely. So our conversation needs to be of a different sort. But in this country, for hundreds of years, you're so used to forcing everybody else into a corner, and you use force of a different type. Sometimes you use mental force, sometimes you use physical force, sometimes your gun looks like quoting the saints. That's your gun for that day. And all I'm doing is stating, this is how I feel in this moment. This is what I see in my mind in this moment. These are the shortcomings or the things that I feel like I see directly in my mind are holding me back in this moment. That process is what leads to salvation. And I feel like you guys feel like you have the computer code, the DOS that will get you into heaven and bypass all this other fundamental truth. Like the truth Buddhism talks about of impermanence, which means that nothing exists by itself. Dependent co-arising in Buddhist is Buddhist doctrine. It says that this is because that is, right? And you say the same exact things that another religion says a different way, then you stamp it with some preacher or saint's name, and that's supposed to validate it, even though I don't know who you're talking about. He my direct ancestor, because my ancestors had a lineage and was recognized just like you do. And it doesn't mean that their lineage is right and yours is wrong. Doesn't mean yours is right and theirs is wrong. Just like our Native Americans, the medicine men were passed down from generation to generation. Every culture did do that. They passed down their sacred knowledge generation to generation. But finally, at the end of the conversation, I said to him, you know, I said, well, really, what the understanding is, what it comes down to, is something similar to all truths or half truths in Taoism. Okay, if you can recognize and appreciate and internalize that type of wisdom, then you can learn and internalize Buddhism. If you can fathom intellectually that no one can ever speak a complete truth in any moment until they can, then you can probably fathom, understand, and integrate Buddhism into your Christian belief system without feeling like the Holy Trinity is going to rain down on your head some nuclear weapons and slam you into hell, in a Bugatti to get you there as fast as he possibly can. You know, that is fear. If someone is speaking truth and wisdom and you're constantly quoting verses to them that someone else said, and you can't demonstrate with your own truth and experience what you're trying to say, then you don't know a goddamn thing you're talking about. Okay? You are on the breast milk, and society gave you a pass because you got blonde hair and blue eyes, and that pass is so fucking deeply integrated into your being, you can't even interact with a human being. And I'm not saying people of color don't get this same attitude. I'm just talking about my experiences with dealing with blonde haired, blue eyed Christians. Because let me tell you something though. My mother, black woman, same, same thing. Her religion is chapter, verse, do this, don't talk to me. She thinks that statue of the Buddha is Satan. Meditation is talking to the devil. So do I live in 18 fucking oh 01? When will y'all stop with this bullshit, man? You guys bank on the true saints never getting upset and never clapping on you motherfuckers. That's what y'all bank on. And then when they do it, you come to their countries, kill all their fucking babies, rape their fucking women, and then preach to them the fucking verses and wisdom of their ancestors, but you flip it fucking upside down and call it the law. Like, come on, man. 400 years of this shit, 500 years of this bullshit. And we can't have one simple conversation of truth unless I talk to my family, the saints and bodhisattvas who aren't in this existence at this level, and the ones that are here right now. Well, I don't always have access to my family physically, mentally, I do. But this is why we say a true saint has to live in the spirit, okay? Because his family at a certain point will not just be of this physical earth. And the Buddhists aren't saying anything that's not based on observation. The first thing the Buddha taught when he came out of his deep meditative state and reached enlightenment were the Four Noble Truths. Suffering exists, there are causes of suffering, there can be an end to suffering if you live according to a righteous path. Does that go against Christianity at all? That's the basis of Buddhism. Oh my God. But we have to have these 3 and 4 and 5 hour fucking debates over something that's absolutely true. This is what is happening when you engage in rhetoric with Christians. And I have the skill of rhetoric because medicine and law came from a similar background. So I can engage in rhetoric, but is that really benefiting us? Maybe. But my shortcoming is that I feel like most of the Christians don't listen. Most of them just want you to finish what you're going to say so they can speak some chapter or verse or what some saint said who ain't paid my fucking rent, ain't fed my kids, but because the truth that got me out of the fucking hood and past all the bullshit were basic observations of human nature. One, don't be around assholes. Wow. Let's put that in a book and call it the holy. This is what shit is. Okay. Let's make it into a religion, and then charge people fucking admission to sit in the place where we speak this truth. Okay. Scientific observation is what happens when you take an aspirin. Somebody had a scientific observation, but a lot of times when I tell people that Buddhism is based on scientific observation, they want to make it into a religion, and they'll say things like, well, you don't believe in the Holy Trinity and you don't believe in the Nicene Creed. So what? Maybe I don't believe in it the way you do, but maybe you can learn something if you listen to the way I believe in it, because you rarely ask me. The people that I'm dealing with a lot of times, you're just quoting to me like a parrot what somebody told you, and you haven't demonstrated it and you haven't lived it, and your ego will not allow you to admit that you're completely off fucking target, completely off. Last I checked, Jesus wasn't a popular speaker like Socrates. Like Socrates, he was asked to die because he spoke truth. So if your truth is just making you a whole lot of friends and you're going to the church luncheons and your children are in the church and they're safe, that doesn't mean you know truth, man. As simple as that. And when somebody tells you you have to demonstrate truth, and I could talk to a 17-year-old, I don't want to say blonde hair, blue eyed white boy, but yeah, and they'll sit there and try to fucking debate with a 52-year-old man with a doctorate fucking degree in a certain field. And it's consistently happened. And so when people talk about the pride and the fucking ego in this country, it's real, man. Like, this is what's been killing people for fucking hundreds of years. And yeah, it's Africans also have it, because I've dealt with some asshole Nigerians when I was training, complete fucking assholes, and I wanted to body slam them upside down on their fucking necks, but I couldn't. So if you think it's just a white thing, then you're stupid. But it's just more of you than us here. So that's simple math. It's way more white folks than black folks in America. So we're dealing with a majority culture, and the minority culture's history, beliefs, uh, have been altered, absorbed, finagled, finagled, reinterpreted so many times that I can't speak a basic truth and have a person's mind fathom that that's what it is. And I can't believe people are this closed minded. That when I say, well, Buddhism just talks about impermanence as the core of its system, and you can build that, you know, into a truth that will save you from suffering, and also, from entering the hell realms, coming back as an animal or a hungry ghost, because you're building everything in these huge epic lengths of time that the soul probably resides in, huge epics of time. You're slowly seeing reality for what it really is, one atom at a time. But a lot of people want to get the book read it one time, get the whole thing in outline form, and then they're going to go save everybody and their family and themselves. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Okay? It's just that simple. Because the ancient way is to respect your elders, respect wisdom, okay? Respect the teacher, but you don't in America. But you think you're special in history. You're not. The Greeks fell apart, the Romans fell apart, the Europeans fell apart. Your shit will fall apart too. The question is, what will be your message to mankind in the future, America? When they look back, what will be your legacy, America? Because what's written in the Declaration, a lot of people here do believe in it and live it, but a lot of people don't. Okay? And this constant, like, look, yeah, you're right. Everybody probably has some connection to someone from some culture that was a slave once somewhere, but to not accept the recent chattel slavery that happened in America is just a form of denial. That's all it is. And nobody's saying that it's you. They're not saying you did it, but the way you respond, it's like you put yourself in that position. Nobody's telling you to take that position. They're just telling you this chattel slavery that happened in America is recent. Yeah, you can talk about human trafficking. Yes, you can talk about slavery happening right now to people that migrate from Nigeria trying to go up north. Yeah, but this chattel slavery happened over a 400-year period. And it's something in the psyche of America amongst white people that it's just like almost like cognitive dissonance. That when you just state a fact about the history of how the information from your ancestors was warped and how chattel slavery helped warp that, you have to respond with, well, everyone's dealt with slavery, Jim. You're not being you're not being truthful. Okay? Yeah, go ahead. You're not being truthful. And you're not being honest. And all religion and philosophies that deal with righteousness have to start from truth and have to start from observations of self. It said over the Greek temples, know thyself. It didn't say start with the book that you read outside of your own self. Bruce Lee said all knowledge is self knowledge. So anything you learn is about you, anything. And you have to internalize that. It's not about trying to save the people out here on the street. You got to save yourself first. So you have to fathom, integrate truth in yourself by looking at yourself. Buddhist meditation. Oh shit, here we go. You got to look at yourself first with an exquisite tool that you have to build yourself. You have to build in your mind the tool, the knowledge and wisdom that will allow you to see yourself. And there ain't no saint and no prophet and no holy father that can do that for you. They're simply pointing the way. And you're not qualified to be a teacher until you have the experience yourself. Okay? Make that real clear. Because I told him my title, Doctere, is from Latin to teach. Doctor Doctere. That's my title. I earned it. I fucking sweat, blood, shit, and tears, earned it, sacrificed all the shit you talk about in Christianity. I did it, died on the fucking table while I was helping others. So it qualifies me to talk about a little bit about selflessness, which is required to know the truth. It's required to understand Christ. It's required to understand salvation. You have to experience it. Okay? Suffering as being a product of ignorance. You have to experience it and see it in yourself. So put the books down and go into your own mind. That's what Buddhism teaches you. And a lot of you guys just can't handle that. It's like you gotta have the fucking baby bottle in your mouth and the breast milk flowing before you feel comfortable. All that is a product of privileged society. You're no different than the Greeks a long time ago, from the privileged society that had their little clubs and cliques and shit. Okay, then the dirty pagans were out there, burn it, getting burned or whatever. It's the same old, man. Just because we wear suits and we're a little more civilized now doesn't mean we act any different. It's the same old discussion we've been having for hundreds of years. Pagan versus Christian, you know. It's the same. It's the same old conversation, and you guys take and whatever you want from the pagans, and you make it a part of your religion. Okay, and this ain't really about Christians. It's about zealots. Okay, and people who believe the letter of the law will save you. And I know that my true Christian brothers out here don't have any misunderstanding that I myself am 100% a Christian because I just recognize truth coming from anyone. So you're telling me that, I kept telling them that Thich Nhat Hanh has a book called Living Buddha, Living Christ. And I said several times, you're going to read it? No response. Because God forbid you read some wisdom from another culture other than, the one that you think is right. Because you weren't born into that religion. You never heard about it until a certain age. But suddenly, when you hear about it, everybody else is completely wrong and you know every fucking thing. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. That shit's killing the whole world. And everybody's fucking sick and tired of it. Everybody recognizes it for what it is because we're old souls from ancient fucking cultures that came from 3,000 year old societies, man. And we will not fucking bow and yield to the fucking lies that have been propagated here for hundreds of years. And you can't play Jedi fucking mind tricks with us because our fucking ancestors gave us the key to the truth. In those Egyptian crypts and temples that are still in your Bible, by the way, because Moses went to the Pharaoh, went to Egypt, got schooled on magic, but his God was better. I mean, come on, man. Truth is truth. You should be the same when you have a little or a lot. And you're not. Because as soon as I take something from you, you're gonna forget all of that teaching that you just quoted and spit out your ass at me, and you're gonna pull a gun and you're gonna want to fucking shoot me, or you're gonna want to body slam me, or you're gonna yell at me, or something. You're gonna forget real quick. Okay? If you can't demonstrate it with your being, you don't know it, and it's only privilege that makes you say fuck that teaching. Privilege tells you you don't have to know it; you can just speak it. Okay? Privilege will not get you Christ consciousness. Privilege will not get you Buddha nature. Privilege will not make you a saint. Privilege will not make you a bodhisattva. Privilege will not keep you from entering the hell realms. It will not keep you from becoming a hungry ghost. Okay? Only wisdom and compassion can do that. Buddhist teaching, also Christian. And so I understand my title is teacher, but understand my teacher was a black male. My high school was a private school with AP programs, and I was in his, I think, pre-calculus class, and he would get mad at me. This mature older black man, and he got frustrated with me, man. Like I think sometimes he really wanted to pick me up by my fucking neck and say, "Can you not break through? You're one of the brightest students I have in my fucking classroom. Can you not just calm down and learn this wisdom?" I know why he acted with me the way he acted now. Mr. Scott, I understand. Now I'm the teacher and I'm getting frustrated and I have to be patient. But sometimes, like you, I throw the chalk across the classroom and say, "What is a squared plus b squared equals c squared represent?" And the whole hallway can hear you say it. But everybody's like, "Oh yeah, somebody didn't do the homework last night." A lot of y'all don't do your homework, man. And you come to class and you want to get a pass because of privilege. You don't get a pass from the universe. If you slip into a hell realm, who you gonna talk to? Oh shit, I guess I was wrong. Yeah, a little late now. Now your ignorance has got you trapped in a dimension you can't escape from because your own ignorance is what's trapping you there. And people are trying to give you the keys to crack open that code, but all you're doing is spitting out ego. Every word is more ego, and you're fooling yourself. Everybody else sees it for what it is. So, will the sword and the gun be what liberates human beings, or will it be wisdom and compassion? Right? Um, you can't sum up teachings like Buddhism with "you guys just want to go to nirvana," right? I mean, really? I mean, you leave us speechless. You leave us speechless sometimes. It's like, do you want to just like kill me? Will that be easier for you if I just don't challenge anything that you say and just let you say it? Will that be easier for you? Because historically, that's what's happened. But I thought we were entering an enlightened age where people actually wanted to learn the nature of mind. Well, if you know it, you know it, and if you don't, you don't. If you can't demonstrate the nature of mind, impermanence, dependent co-arising, right? Emptiness and form, if you don't understand these concepts in your being, what makes you think talking about them from the holy books is going to help you basically integrate your mind in reality into one, which is what this is really all about. Let's put it into suffering with wisdom and compassion. Compassion for yourself says it's okay if I'm ignorant. If I'm the one that knows the least amount in the classroom, I will be a janitor in heaven in the back and be eternally blissful, never speaking a word. Understanding my own ignorance is the key to my own salvation. Those are the kind of people that I can vibe with. People that understand that level of compassion. Okay, so the key doctrines that you have to understand are what the Buddha said when he woke up from his deep meditative state. Suffering exists. There are causes of suffering. There can be an end to suffering by following the Eightfold Path: right view, right understanding, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right concentration, right meditation. He didn't say there was a shortcut to that path. He didn't say the Buddhist saints would give you a savior that would do the work for you so you could enter nirvana. That's not what he said. And historically, what you've done, hey, you need to sit down and be quiet, is kill anyone that speaks truth, like Socrates and Jesus. That's been the pretty much that's been the pattern for humanity for the past couple thousand years. Buddhism is 500 years the predecessor before Christ, 500 years. So if you think you can't learn anything from a philosophy or system that was here 500 years before yours was, hey, what's up, though? You're just being arrogant. What's up, bruh? What's up, butt? I found you, huh? Yeah, man. Welcome to J Dr. Gray slash MC Drunken Monks hap. I just talk about what I know on here, man. And I talk about what I've spent, 30, 40 years studying and living, not just memorizing. I mean, look, most Buddhists or Christians won't spend 8 years in a university, in a medical college, learning facts, information, okay, about Christianity. Now, having said that, most doctors, after they get through with the books, don't forget the books. We don't need them anymore. We don't need to quote chapter and verse anymore. We're not students anymore in that sense. We're elder students, okay, advanced students to the universe. But those are the things of a child. And it says, when I was a child, I did the things of a child. Now I'm a man, I do the things of a man, okay? Children need coloring books, and they need to learn to draw in the lines. saints and bodhisattvas become compassion and wisdom. They don't need to be quoted chapter and verses to. Okay? All you can do at best is ignore them and test their resolve. Okay? The person who really wants truth, at most, that's what you will do. But that person will recognize that the unjust give the just a job, a definition. You can't define justice without injustice. So, what's so difficult about these concepts is that the Western mind has been on this Aristotelian, uh, he says Orthodox Christianity is not related to the Judeo-Christian, and he says the Jews rejected Christ and they did, and it's just like I just feel like I'm getting a lesson that is not necessary when I talk to the Bible thumpers, I call you, because I want to ask them, what do you think about this moment right now? When you look inside of your mind, what do you see? Can we talk about that, or can you not talk about that? What you see in your mind right in this moment. Forget the books and the scriptures and all the saints you think you know, because the people who live in that family that you want to be in, the bodhisattvas and the saints, they live in this moment right here, this eternal now moment, devoid of ego-based consciousness, operating from a completely integrated form of reality. Okay, so of course people are going to need help to get there, to understand that, to become that through a practice that has been passed down for thousands of years. Every culture reinterpreted the practice, but some of the things stayed the same: being charitable, being loving, sacrificing, right? Compassion, wisdom, right? Every culture has a philosophy or religion that teaches these values. And we all have precepts like the Ten Commandments. Every religion has those. Okay. And the systems, like the Dogon and my West African Sair tribe from around Ghana, is it Seer tribe? Sair tribe. I'm mispronouncing it. What when you read their teachings, you have no when I read the African philosophies and traditions that my ancestors had from West Africa, my mind couldn't wrap around it right away because I had no basis, no background that would help me understand it. So I would have had to go there, live amongst the teachers there, and be taught over a period of time. Just like if you want to learn true kung fu, yeah, you probably need to go to China and study with the master. It's no different here, okay? But you have to acknowledge that the lineage here has been broken. It's not a pure lineage like from Ip Man to Bruce Lee. It's not that. There's been a lot of people that have been jumping into the stream, so to speak, tapping in because they feel like it. And they don't wait until they get the title like me. My title is teacher. That is my job. That is my karma. Okay. And I recognize my own ego at some level for what it is. Okay. These are all requirements on the path. It's not just about me doing this for any praise or for anybody to pat me on the back. This is what's required. You will have to reach the same level I'm at right now and surpass me if you want to be truly free and enter nirvana, the heavenly states of consciousness. You will have to. Every bit of knowledge that I got, you will have to. There's no shortcuts, man. There are no shortcuts. Just different ways of stating the truth. So we have to, and you Christians are always, some of you are always acting like people don't want to suffer. Like, what do you think we've been doing in America all this time? Like, suffering is my culture. What's up, OB? Hey, OB, I'm on the Christians right now, bro. I know you one of the real ones because you're not closed minded like my Orthodox friends, Orthodox Christian friends. I'm on them, bro. What get them, bro? I finally said something that was like a koan to my friend. It was like a koan. It was like kill Buddha, kill Christ, like that. And when I said that, he was like, "What?" And I said, "If you don't understand what that means, I can't tell you the meaning of the koan. I can't tell that." I said, "You want to talk about rules? That's a rule. If you don't understand sacred knowledge, I can't sit there and spoon feed you." I learned that from the Zen Buddhist. Yeah, I said, "Kill the Buddha, kill Christ." That's you know, what was your face before you were born to your mother? If you think memorizing verses from the King James Bible will help you answer that question, you are infantile in your understanding of spirituality, and that's okay. But you need to recognize that you're infantile. You know what I'm saying? OB, see me and OB, Christian Buddhist, me, obviously study Eastern philosophy, Christian theologian, and I think pastor OB. We speak the same language, and a lot of y'all that come here notice that. Thich Nhat Hanh, Living Buddha, Living Christ. I asked my friend to read the book at least 5 times. He never once told me he would read the book. He wanted to sit and continue to discuss orthodox rules to me, like Christianity didn't come from Africa. It didn't start in Ethiopia, because he would probably say it started in the Middle East. Is probably what he would say. But that's not what I read recently. I read there was, the Christ figure that most likely evolved from Egyptian studies of metaphysics, most likely. But God forbid I say that, because, you know, that'll get you whacked. That'll get you whacked. Talking about my Jesus, that'll get you whacked. Yeah. I begged him, please read Living Buddha, Living Christ. Please. Nope. My mama, not going to read it. And this is what you guys make us do. Okay? You make us bend, you try to make us bend to conform to your own ego based understanding of ultimate reality. And we have to engage in this game. So we have to learn rhetoric. We have to learn law to be able to even have a discussion with you. We have to learn logic. So thank you. I'm serious. Thank you. You define your opposite. So thank you. Because when I started getting shaky, I know I have to remind myself that I'm empty, and that this right here, this reaction, is just because the conditions now have led to this state, and these conditions in themselves of themselves don't define ultimate reality. So the goal is to learn the language of the universe, ultimate reality, the language of the heart. Okay, it is as much experiential as it is left-brained intellectual. Equal parts. Okay, compassion, wisdom. You have to have equal parts, both, or you will not understand the other. Without the one, you will not understand the other. There is no, yeah, I know, OB. I think it's harder when someone you consider to be closer to you as a friend or a parent is like that. That's what's hard for me. I think that's every teacher slash I consider myself an adept, a student challenge. That is the challenge each one of us that has taken on that challenge to be a student or an adept, a stream enterer in Buddhism, one who's entered the path. That is your true challenge. When ignorance shows itself to you, which is a reflection of your own ignorance, no doubt. Your ignorance is my ignorance. My ignorance is your ignorance. Okay? Make no mistake about that. So you force me to look at myself. Yeah, right? Tick Ty is my teacher. Ty is in the lineage from the great teachers, and he is a big brother and a teacher, an arahant or a bodhisattva who we're blessed to have in this lifetime. Martin Luther King was blessed to have in his lifetime. Me and you were blessed to have in this lifetime. And anyone who refuses, utterly refuses to read the teachings of a master, well, what can you say? Thus, they have their reward. Yeah, his nickname is Ty. But that's what it says in your Christian Bible. Thus, they have their reward. Basically saying they get what they deserve. Like, don't sit there beating your head against the wall. If they want to claim 20 gold bricks and that's as far as they can get with the rewards from this system that they think they know, you can't get them any further by beating your head against the wall, by engaging in anger, by engaging in ignorance, by engaging in uh, rigid self, rigid ego, right? Non-dependent co-arising, right? By engaging in the opposites, which are poisons and ignorance, it won't help you. It won't advance your cause. So you have to find intelligence and wisdom and compassion in each human interaction and the ones with yourself in each moment. And this is what I think is difficult because of the concept of time. Uh, I know, right? I told my wife today. I said, it was I think Aristotle that started saying, well, we have to actually look at reality before we talk about it. It was him or one of the Greek philosophers that changed the way we do it. He said, well, we'll observe reality. We won't just talk about it. This led to the scientific method of, well, when I looked at the star Venus, it moved a certain path across the sky. So I think that means a certain thing about the Earth. Observation. And at first, it was just observation. And later on, it became observation compared to something equally but opposite, like the thing you're testing. This is the philosophy embedded in the scientific method. Yin and yang is embedded in scientific method, right? Opposites but likes are embedded in the scientific method, right? Deep truths about the nature of reality are embedded in the scientific method, mathematically, philosophically, experimentally, and experientially. So we go beyond just left brain rhetoric and true spirituality because the lineage that we follow comes from the ancient Greeks and ancient Egyptian and our African ancestors and the Celts and some cultures that we're not as familiar with, right? Pre-Egyptian, right? So, is it Sumerians? But I'm pretty sure they spoke the language of truth. And it sounds like that they had the scientific method, even if they didn't call it that, but a way of observing reality and self that led to a good view, a good look in the mirror at what we really are. You have to learn to observe your own mind in each moment. This is not taught in Christianity. I think Christians most of them go blank for like long periods of time, like maybe years, and then flashes of insight, right? What's up in Pennsylvania, Lindsay? Buddhists are taught to have the moment of insight every second of the day. A good book. Well, I recommended the book Living Buddha, Living Christ. Um, oh yeah, send it to me, bro. I definitely want to read that. He wrote that book about Thai. Oh, that letter. Wow. Because he recommended Thai for the was it the Nobel Peace Prize? Who recommended who for Nobel Peace Prize? Martin Luther King recommended Thich Nhat Hanh for the Nobel Peace Prize, right? Okay, yeah, yeah. So, oh boy, the Christian and the Buddhist were best friends. And they didn't fight. But I got to sit here and have these ignorant ass conversations with my Christian friends on a weekly, monthly basis. You see my point? And I understand it's my own shortcomings that make me angry, that make me want to say it louder, that make me want to prove my point, even if they're younger than me a lot of times, even if they don't have my background in academics. Make no mistake, the ancient priests had the background in the academics. Pythagoras had the background before he went to study the Egyptian system of philosophy, rhetoric, logic, scientific observation, which is what the Egyptian system was. It added to his knowledge. It was an experiential school where you had to experience reality, the nature of mind, fasting, meditation, sacred ethnogens of plants, right? Chanting, sound, vibration, denial of self, recognizing that the self is intrinsically empty, culminating in the true nature of self not being bound by the physical. This is what our Egyptian ancestors in that school taught us. Wow. They had one of Martin Luther and Tite. Wow. Man, truth is beautiful. And we don't have to force it on people. Each person in their own time will learn it at their own speed. We just have to maintain ourselves and be patient and loving because we will constantly be tested by our little brothers and sisters. Okay. We will constantly be asked to explain it one more time a different way because that person doesn't get it. Okay. So, really, as they advance, we advance. Okay. I don't take Bodhisattva vow lightly because I've taken a vow to stay here in samsara until hell freezes over and everybody else goes to heaven. Okay. Basically, because to me, the ego based desire to enter some heavenly realm and watch everybody else rot on the earth, that's not logical to me. That's not compassion. That is the motivation behind me taking that type of vow. Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. I became a true Christian when I understood Buddhism. I'll just that's facts, bro. Until I studied Buddhism, everything I read in Christianity was a half truth. It was a half truth. Taoism, all truths are half truths. When I studied the Eastern teachings, Hinduism, Buddhism, Taoism, the other half of my Christian teachings that were ripped out before it came over here were put back into it. And I got my African ancestry, Asian ancestry, Celts, Europeans, the ones that studied the Egyptian systems, all back. I got it back. What the slave masters took from me, I got it back when I studied those systems. But now, because my mind is no longer childlike and ignorant, I have to be patient when I have these conversations. Yeah, I know. See, bro, you already know because I'm from a pretty, like, as you probably can tell, zealous human being. Hell, I like to throw hands. I mean, I'm a boxer, a martial artist, man. So if you think it's natural for me to be patient when people are saying things that I know is complete bullshit, I mean, I'm taught as a martial artist. Oh, you think you know how to fight? Show me, like Neo from the fucking Matrix, right? I don't understand nothing except show me. All right. But when I say that to my Christian friends, it's blank face, and then you start doing this with the verses again, and with the, you know, and you want to really seriously tell me Christianity has no relation to Judaism? Like, come on, bro. Come on, man. You trying to tell me Orthodoxy has a separate lineage? I'm having trouble hearing you. Siri, go away. I mean, there has to be a common wisdom that they both came from. Period. No, they don't. They don't. And I think what they don't understand is what they don't understand will deny them admission to their heaven. This level of consciousness that they want to ascend to requires a certain wisdom and a certain knowledge and a certain practice and a mind state that is integrated into your very being, written on the cells and atoms of your being, in the backdrop of emptiness, which says everything requires everything else. That's Buddhism, dependent core rising, impermanence. It's the same thing you learn in science when you go to medical school. But a person who hasn't studied science to the level that I have, haven't studied physics, calculus, string theory, chemistry. I mean, I can go on and on, bro. It's no use in it, epidemiology, statistics. How can I have a decent conversation with you when you haven't? You're taking the place. You're assuming the role of my ancestor, who was a priest in Egyptian high court, but you haven't done the work. So how can we have a equal sane conversation? Thermodynamics. Thank you. How can we have an equal sane conversation? Oh, OB, it's. I tell you what, near death experiences, they accelerate you in graduate school of a truth. I wish everyone could have a near death experience. I swear to God, I really wish this on every human being, to have a near death experience before they actually die. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Because like my, Buck, you already know I'm gonna go off, bro. Every time I got to get on the platform and speak truth. Hey, I just finished listening to DMX and Snoop, so you already know what I'm about, bro. I like dealing with the real ones, man. That's it. I deal with realness. That's what I understand. That's the language that I speak. And when people try to encode it and add shit to it or take shit from it, I hear it and it don't click. I'm like, no, that's bullshit. When I call people on their bullshit, then they try to come at me. But all right, good luck, bro. Because at some point, I'm gonna pull the motherfucking wraps off my hands and we go swing for real. And I'm gonna test you. I'm gonna see if you really know what you're talking about. And when you come up short, I'm gonna back off. Okay? Oh, I know, OB. We speak the same language, bro. Me and you, it's the same language. It's the same. We in the same school. We're ancient adepts in ancient Egypt, in the pyramid, going into that catacomb to die, and see for ourselves. And a lot of people we're talking to, they don't know what I'm talking about, bro. They don't know nothing about that. They haven't heard that before. They think these systems that they study, Christianity, Islam, they just popped out of the sky because their holy saints didn't study those systems, didn't evolve from those systems. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Buddhism, causes of suffering, attachment, and ignorance. It's not saying anything that we don't already know, but you don't know it until you embody it. Okay? That's the role of teacher, to embody it so you see by example what truth looks like. And it's nothing foreign to you. It's just that you have to acknowledge it for what it is and recognize when it's not in you, recognize ego for what it truly is, ignorance of the truth about what really is, because integrating truth into your being is the path, becoming truth. That's it. Experientially and through knowledge and wisdom. I can take my ancestors' experience, hear it, appreciate it, and use it as a guide to help me, as a mirror at the highest level, a mirror to see for myself what I really am as a human being, not the illusory existence of flesh and blood and spinning around on the planet Earth on a dying ball that we've killed before and it came back. Oh, hey, OB, but we do though, for real, we do. We do help each other. Our sangha is infinite. We belong to the infinite sangha, the limitless sangha, and I think the electronic communication is just a representative of the limitlessness of it. Oh, you already know. This is the universal sangha talking right here. Brothers from different mothers that have now been integrated through advanced technology and who recognize truth when each other when each of us speak it. We speak the language of the heart and the mind, and we have to help each other enforce patience and compassion because the vow says, "I'll put heaven on hold for truth so that I can recognize it in myself and help others recognize it. I will try to snuff out that last bit of selfishness, ego, by recognizing a path that is completely selfless. And slowly, I will become and be able to demonstrate by reminding myself. That's all a vow is. A vow is a reminder. That's all it is. It doesn't make you special. It doesn't do anything magical. Nothing magical happens. It is a reminder that you made a commitment to a certain principle. And those commitments deepen your understanding in levels, right? Marriage is a vow. Boom, 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 right? So, no, I don't hate any religion. I don't dislike any religion. I see truth in all the major religions, but I recognize that it is being interpreted by persons that have not been able to demonstrate these truths in their person, in their being. And so they can speak only half truths. And I can't get frustrated when someone can only speak half truths. I can either demonstrate to them what I know about it, speak what I think is closer to the whole truth, knowing that I too am speaking a half truth because I open my mouth, right?
Nana, play something from Kristen.
Hey, go ding ding. Hey, just go up. So don't take out the beam in your brother's eye until you recognize the one in your eye. Any problem there? Is that not Eastern philosophy? I told y'all Christianity came from the East. So you still think it's Western philosophy, huh? This is the ignorance that we're dealing with. He was an enlightened being. He was our big brother. Exactly. He was our big brother. Don't take out the beam out of my eye, your brother's eye, until you recognize the beam in your eye. And Jesus said you can't. Hey, go, don't stay in there, until I finish. She gonna start crying. He said you cannot remove the beam in your brother's eye until you recognize the one in your own. So Jesus quoted modern philosophy, psychology, metaphysics, and spirituality with one teaching. With one teaching. Yeah, that's the teaching of an enlightened teacher who taught in a tradition and lineage that most definitely came from the East and would not surprise any master or Zen priest or adept. They would say, of course, you speak truth, brother. Let's go drink some tea. I mean, they would look at you like, yeah, the sun did come up today. Good observation. you know, are you hungry? How your mama them doing? It's like, right? Oh man, oh, your 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 church is lucky, bro, because there aren't a lot like you out there, Ob. There aren't a lot like you out there, man, that have taken the knowledge that comes from different sources and integrated it, including modern scholarship, in philosophy, in psychology. It is all a part of the same truth. And everybody wants to come here and do this half stepping. They don't want to commit to a path. You don't want to go to the seminary. You don't want to go get advanced degrees so that you can broaden your experience and knowledge. You don't want to broaden your heart through practicing compassion on a daily basis. So it's like if you ain't gonna do none of that, what we supposed to do out here? What we supposed to do out here? I'm in Billings, Montana. We supposed to spoon feed you forever when you bite my finger off every time I put it next to your mouth? Is that what's supposed to happen? No, it's not gonna happen. At some point, I'm gonna preserve my fingers and back up and let you go hungry for a while. And when you get hungry enough, then you'll accept what I'm offering you and you'll leave the spoon for me to give you another bite. That's what'll happen. Wisdom has to recognize when it is in a compromised position where someone is not at a level to understand what you're trying to give them. If they're not, they're not. If they haven't experienced what our ancient ancestors told us was necessary to develop an enlightened mind, dying to self, dying to ego, putting others before yourself, seeing in reality that you and your brother are one. Oh yeah, yeah. It's so I read a little bit from the Tao Te Ching. I don't know if you saw that one. I read like the first page because I didn't want to overload people. See, a true teacher knows, man. You don't overload a student. I read the first page of the Tao because I've only I had initially only heard a little bit of the Tao. Jesus was most definitely Eastern. Look, man, study Kabbalah. Like I know a lot of y'all scared of Judaism, but Christianity and Judaism are definitely related. Study Kabbalah, man. Study Kabbalah. It's just ancient philosophy, metaphysics, um, stated from the Jewish mind. Okay, all of Buddhism is contained in it, and all the great teachings from the Sutras and the Vedas. If you go read the Bhagavad Gita, Kabbalah and Bhagavad Gita, 100% agree. But the new kids on the block, the Christians, come around, start kicking up the dirt and telling the OGs they don't know what the hell they talking about, right? Same old, different. You already know, B. It's like, come on, man. You think in the Bible when Moses went to the Egyptian court, he walked up in there and said, "I'm a Christian. Get your shit together and give me my people." No, he recognized the authority of the Pharaoh and the Pharaoh's priests and what they were incapable of doing and what they knew. They knew the same knowledge. Did you catch that? He threw a snake down. He threw a snake down. They learned from the same teacher because they knew the same thing. Did you not catch that when you read that in the Bible? All right, there you go. Here's a pearl given to me long ago. I've just given it to you. Take it and run with it if you can. If not, sit your ass down and uh, watch it, observe it, figure out what pearls are. Everybody learns, everybody eats, as they say in the hood. Everybody eats, or nobody eats. Everybody eats, or nobody eats, man. Oh man, OB. I think the title that I recognized a long time ago was Stream Enter. I thought to myself, yeah, I think I'm trying to learn how to swim. I'm trying to learn how to swim. And so I think that's what it is. Like those of us that know how to swim recognize that there's many strokes. Backstroke, breaststroke, swim underwater. You can float, do dead man stroke. You can do the butterfly. you know, it's like there's different ways to swim, man. And we're all navigating the river trying to get to a destination. Okay. And when you arrive at the destination, the Buddha taught you no longer need the boat. Burn the boat. Enjoy the destination. Enjoy getting to the place that you were trying to get to. Oh man, infinite number of paths up a mountain. In reality, infinite number of ways to get from AB to C, line segment AB, vector AB to C, right? Within every truth, there's all truth. This is what the ancient teachers and priests knew and had internalized, so they didn't have to speak it in every moment. But what some people want is for somebody to speak it every moment. We can't sit here and remind you all day of things that we've already embodied. You have to pay attention to how we move and become our brother or sister. Join the Sangha, strip the ego down a little bit so the conversation isn't so funky, and then we all benefit, right? The perennial wisdom. There it is. That's exactly what it is. It's like, do you think there's a right form of cosmology? It's just what it is. There's a way the earth goes around the sun. Every religion would teach it the same way. You have to. But you think when it comes to matters of the heart and cosmic consciousness, you can just reinvent the wheel whenever you want. Come on, man. Take the baby bottle and the breast milk out of your mouth. Because the breast is drying up, bruh. The mama's like, oh, I don't know if I can keep feeding you. In reality, she can, but she's like, can I? Can we go to like some substance, like maybe some grits? It's still mushy, but at least we got some substance in our mouth. America is trying to eat grits and get off the baby milk. You're a young nation. Everything you have is borrowed from ancient philosophies and ancient peoples. Everything. You have to be humble and recognize that, and stop thinking you can reinvent the wheel of your own devices, because you actually make squares and octagons, and the shit just doesn't don't. Yeah, we ride now, nigga. Yeah, don't. Like, no, bro, this shit is not rolling, bro. It ain't rolling, bro. Can we get the wheels that Grandpa put on his tractor? Put them on this motherfucker, so we can smooth out this ride. I think Grandpa knew how to roll, bruh. We ain't gotta reinvent these wheels, man. Grandpa knew how to ride, bruh. He's OG. Nigga, he busting gas and everything, bruh. Popping bottles and shit. Rolling blunts, nigga. That's Grandpa. You can't ride as fucking smooth as him. It's funny because people think that spiritual people don't have a sense of humor and don't understand subtleties, don't understand like pop culture. It's like, really? You think we don't? Oh, because I have a doctorate degree, I suddenly lost my sense of humor and my ability to see reality for what it is. Comedy is funny because everyone recognizes the truth, and that's why they laugh. That's why Dave Chappelle is a genius. Richard Pryor was a genius, right? Uh, who was it that died in the Bay? Was it Jim Carrey? Yeah, we're not dumb. We're not stupid. And we've been there. We were young men once, popping bottles. So we speak from, once again, experience and not what we read in the OG manual. There is no OG manual. It's all passed down like this. The same way our religions and philosophies were. Papyrus was not plentiful. Everyone couldn't get a papyrus sheet with the OG rules written on it. So they had to get it like this and remember it exactly the way it was given and not alter it, not change it. Right? Rodney Dangerfield, hell yeah. Yeah, experience. All of it is experiential. But people, for some reason, will believe something written on papyrus over their own experience, right? That is a flaw of human character. That is a recent one because they didn't have papyrus back then and iPhone cameras and calculators and all of that and the computers to do the work for them. They had to use just this and trust these tools, right? Yeah, first and final, right? When you die, you can't take the King James Bible or the Buddha Sutras with you. Trust me on that, man. I mean, the Christians even try to define all afterlife experience and NDEs. Like, why? Why do you? I mean, reality, karma is incomprehensible. There's a saying in the East: the threads of karma are incomprehensible. How they intertwine and interrelate. Okay, when you understand the threads of karma are incomprehensible, you stop trying to define every absolute, which leads to freedom, truth, and you learn to live it and become it and embody it because you truly now understand that your nature is empty, so the sacrifices aren't so painful. Suffering is diminished by wisdom. That's how it works. That's how it works. You know, you can keep doing sit-ups, or you can get on the back thing and do them the easy way at an angle, or you can get on the floor and do the old army sit-ups. They both lead to six packs. Suffering is your greatest teacher. It says you can do this a little bit easier and still get the results you want without killing yourself every time. And the mind is the same way. The work has been done for you by the ancients. You know, wisdom didn't just start in 1800 or 1900. It started at the when the universe, when reality came into existence, which is one of these paradoxes. Okay, so the nature of wisdom is a paradox. If that doesn't humble you and tell you your starting point, well, nothing will. Then you'll go reinvent the wheel and try to smooth out your journey via your own understanding. Go through a couple more thousands of years of reinventing things that have already been said. I know, right? I thought the Industrial Revolution was like the greatest statement, technological engineering statement of metaphysics that ever could have and gave us more time. But what did it end up doing? Making us lazy, making us take advantage of for granted the time that the washing machine gives us, the vacuum cleaner, the coffee maker, the car. People didn't take the time that they're given in this day and age from the Industrial Revolution to to do endeavors that are what I would call beneficial for everyone. They said, "I'm gonna become fat. I'm gonna become lazy. I'm gonna become closed-minded. I'm gonna become a killer." It's the exact opposite of what you would expect. You live in an age where everyone can be enlightened, but we choose the lowest possible denominator, and we're good at disguising our shortcomings with culture and with ego based stuff, man. At some point, uh a good majority of human beings will recognize these truths, and you will no longer be able to feed them rhetoric. You will have to give them substantial substance each time you talk. They will not accept anything less. They will want true teachers, true masters of subjects that can demonstrate this truth. That will be the requirement for you to open your mouth and stand in front of a group and talk. Okay, bruh, I tell you what, man. After my heart surgery next year, let just call me, bruh. I'll give you my number, and we can make it happen. We can make it happen. Cause you know me, bro. I'm overdue one for real. I'm well overdue one because my lineage and my teachers, they definitely come from a different place than just Shreveport, Louisiana. From a lot broader geographic location. Oh, I know, bro. I can tell. That's why we speak the same language, man. I'm always happy when OB is here because it takes a little bit of the pressure off me. I got another spiritual aspirant in the stream with me. The Industrial Revolution as enslavement. Yeah, most definitely. For example, the assembly line and the Ford mentality. Oh, bro, it was straight up slavery, and everybody bought into a hook, line, and sinker. You know, because that really led to the monetization of everything and the monetization of our time, bro. Your time's worth this much, and you're like, oh, I thought my time was priceless. I thought life was priceless and wonderful, but you say it's worth $3.35 an hour. Another heretic. How dare you say those things about the Industrial Revolution? I love my LG widescreen flat TV and my Porsche Macan. How dare you blaspheme my Porsche Macan that goes 167 miles per hour on the closed track? I mean, you have to laugh at yourself, man. Except in the Porsche Macan, because it's bad as fuck. I can tell you that, bro. It's straight craftsmanship. I think America's lacking a little bit. The Germans, in some areas, got their shit tight, but we're all here to learn because we're all lacking in some area. But I mean, we have an infinite amount of time to either be or not be. Emptiness and form are the backdrop of reality. And you have to contemplate emptiness and form the way our teachers taught us to, not just words. Listen to what they said, put it in context, understand what dependent, co-arising, and impermanence mean from your own basis. Is your mind not changing as I speak in each moment? That's the basis of a form of psychology that will help you understand yourself because it's based on an observation that every human being has made, and that isn't statement you can make about the very universe itself. It's fundamental. Would God not base his truths on fundamentals? Oh, emptiness is a beautiful concept. Emptiness is profound, and it is a constant reminder to anyone on the path. The impermanence that the Buddha spoke of, it is a necessity as a human being that you understand what he meant by that for you to progress on the spiritual path. I don't care if you're Hindu, Christian, Buddhist, Muslim, Baha'i, what's that religion that Tom Cruise was in when they went on the boat and they tried to go to different ports and then they finally went out to open sea? That religion, Scientology. There are fundamentals. You wouldn't argue with the fundamentals of the atomic theory, right? You would say the electron and proton, all of that's atomic theory. You would be considered a fool to argue with the person who was teaching that. But when we speak about the fundamentals of metaphysics and spirituality, everybody thinks they can reinvent the atom, okay? Reinvent the electron and not base that reinvention on observation. That ain't the way it works. Yeah, emptiness is form, and form is emptiness. The Prajna Paramita, right? The great Heart Sutra, the Heart Sutra. And I'm overdue to read it again. I haven't read it in a while. And I need to hear it chanted. I need to hear it chanted and learn it in its original Sanskrit, which is, of course, a goal in the back of my mind somewhere. Oh, man. It's so effortless, effortless compassion because once you internalize the truth, compassion becomes effortless because compassion and wisdom are just different forms of the same thing. And emptiness is a different form of wisdom and compassion. Yeah, that mantra, man, the Prajna Paramita, the Heart Sutra. Emptiness is form, and form is emptiness. Emptiness is emptiness, form is form. I mean, it's just profound, basic observations, and scientific observations, and wisdom, recognizing that there is a aspect of reality that is beyond conscious understanding and language, but it is just as important in understanding reality as all the stuff that you can put a definition on. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, atomic theory now, i.e., what I studied in grad school, quantum mechanics, has gone through. Whew, yeah, I mean, Rutherford's atom is not the same as uh, um, the I'm forgetting the name of a famous equation, the Schrodinger equation. Yeah, Schrodinger and the Bohr atom. Yes, the first thing you have to study in grad school in chemistry when you study physical chemistry is the Bohr atom. Hydrogen, one proton, one electron. You spend a whole lot of time studying that baby before you go to anything else. Almost a whole semester. That's how much information is in the lowly hydrogen atom. How much truth, how much observation. The powers of the particle, yep. We did the particle in the box. Ground state electron, yep. We had to study that. Different vibrational modes, yep. We had to study that, right? Heisenberg uncertainty principle, yep. But the spiritual aspirants don't understand the concept of not being able to pin things down as an absolute. But the man of science who understands Heisenberg's uncertainty principle understands more spirituality than 1,000 priests who've never heard this before. Right? Right? So this is the value of studying science and logic. It's not optional. If you want to progress on the path, you have to learn truth of the reality that you live in, of yourself, those being the same thing, right? Consciousness is a mystery, but it has patterns to it. The way it manifests in this illusory reality, there are patterns. These patterns that we recognize help us understand truth, right? The thing that philosophers talked about, ethics and truth and morality. Before they talked about, you know, philosophy, they recognized that this was a requirement for a person to be a person who was pursuing truth. He had to be a person that was upright, upstanding, moral, right? That was just like, duh. How else they gonna learn truth if they're living nothing but a lie their whole existence? And we would say in Buddhism, many lifetimes wasting away. But hey, man, I mean, seriously, is a blessed age we live in when you can have a person like me from African heritage who studied Eastern philosophy, my African heritage, Egyptology, science, philosophy, medicine. I'm a son of Imhotep. If you can't see the wheels of Dharma turning and coming full circle, you're not paying attention because you're distracted by the man in the booth who say he's the wizard. The wizard ain't doing nothing but faking the funk, bruh. The real party is over there with Toto and Dorothy, cause they going home, bruh. Wizard he ain't going nowhere. Dorothy and Toto like, nah, we going home. What's up, bruh? Where the balloon at? Oh, most definitely, man. Namaste, man. You already know. You already know. I mean, from different mothers, man. The same energy, same wisdom. Don't sleep on the old men, because if you do, you're gonna be reinventing the wheel, riding around on your octagon tires, wondering why. It ain't smooth. It's like, well, Grandpa had, Grandpa had that 6'4" Impala over there, bro, with them dubs on it. We could have put the dubs on, but we didn't want to do that. We wanted to do it ourselves. Everything, do it ourselves. Ignore what was given to us from the past. You can't do that. Observation costs nothing. It costs you nothing to observe. Mindfulness costs you nothing. And I promise you, it will change the way you see reality when you integrate it into your spiritual practice just by being mindful of your mind in each moment. You gain an enormous benefit that is of enormous benefit to others just because you're paying attention and not sleeping in each moment. You're not saying, it hurts, teacher. It hurts to think, teacher. Oh, that's what you said. Most of y'all do. Give me the money and the titles and the social privilege. I don't want to do it this way. Right? But I mean, you gotta laugh at it. It's so obvious to students, aspirants, spiritual aspirants, those who've entered the stream. Oh, we gonna do it, bro. If we gotta meet in Vegas, my wife wants to go back to Vegas. I don't know if you go there. That might be where we actually. I don't know, man. My wife, or in India at the ashram. I'm down for either, man. After thousands of scientific discovery helped fix me in January, February, March, i.e., heart surgery, Mayo Clinic, minimally invasive robotic surgery. What Virginia Slim say? We come a long way, baby. And y'all know about Virginia Slim cigarettes? Their motto was, "We've come a long way, baby." I think it was the women's lib that made that statement because women were smoking cigarettes at that time. We've come a long way, baby. But period. When you look at, we've come a long way, but we can't forget our path that we took to get here. Because once we forget our path that we took to get here, we actually go back to the beginning of the journey and lose all the ground that we gained to get where we're at. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Next time we go to Vegas, I'm gonna let you know, dude. That's my game. I like to count cards, bro. When I play blackjack on GTA 5, I be straight up trying to count them cards, bro. I be practicing. Y'all not be practicing. Yesterday I won that race car in GTA 5 that was on the stand. I won the race car, bro. I know I won the race car. Then I went and bet a whole bunch of money, and I made like $100,000 in GTA 5. I think I made 100,000 on the blackjack table, and I'm like, I'm out. Deuces. I'm out, baby. Going back to my penthouse and spend my money. Yeah, we the simulations are fun, man. You actually can learn a lot about a lot of things in these simulated realities that we have. Yeah, basic strategy, and I have to remind myself of the basic strategy, man, every time. The good thing about GTA 5 is, even though it's rigged, I mean, I think it's a little bit rigged, but you can still learn basic blackjack strategy from playing blackjack in the GTA 5 casino, so that you know you're not spending your real money, and you actually will get basic strategy down pretty good playing blackjack in GTA 5. And when you get good, go and drop 5 bands like I did last night. I think I had a $5,000 or $10,000 bet. Then I won, made me like 50 to 100,000. I'm like, man, if only, I was in Vegas for real. But I definitely have made some spending money in Vegas on the blackjack tables. And usually, what I'll do is before I go, I'll review my strategies. Hold on, 50. Oh, yeah, I know, right? Even statistics has an equilibrium point from which there is no answer, neither yin nor yang, right or wrong, up or down. Amazing how every bit of mathematics has a philosophical truth about it, right? It's like the inflection point of the bell curve. There is a centerpiece, right? Based on the dealer card. Yes, I would say with 15, depends on the dealer's card, right? They show you one of their cards. Is that how it happens with the dealer? Yeah. Now I got now I got to play GTA 5 again and see if I get a 15, and then and count how many 15s I lose or win on. That's how you polish your strategy, right? But there's nothing more frustrating than being at a table with someone who doesn't know how to play strategy. And my sister said this the other day. She's like we get so frustrated, and she was laughing because the last time we were in Vegas, we told the person, look, just sit next to us and do what we do. And they did that. We walked out of there with between $500 and $1,000 each. It was like, told you, bruh, you just basic strategy. Stick with the game plan, baby. Right? Emptiness is form. Form is emptiness. All right? It's simple, bruh. Don't make it into rocket science because you ain't ready for that yet. You're going to lose everything. Every lesson in life. Dealer 2 to 6 hole. Otherwise, it. There you go. Dealer 2 to 6 hole. Yep. If the dealer got two lower cards, he gonna bust because he's gonna keep taking hits. And statistically speaking, he's gonna. And that's how I won last night in GTA. He had 2 to 6. I said, "Up, I'm gonna get this money right now." So I doubled down. I doubled down and got all that money. $25. Oh, y'all big spenders, bro. Shit, I'll play 5. They let me, or 10. I don't know what the minimum is in Vegas though. But yeah, the odds wise, your best odds to win in gambling in Vegas is the blackjack table. Learn the basic rules of blackjack so you can go to Vegas and enjoy yourself, and then walk around and be like, not only do I get to go to the wind tunnel and skydive and on the rope that whatever the thing you slide across the buildings in, and you know, all go watch Michael Jackson impersonators, all of that. I also got pocket full of money because I understand math and statistics. Oh, it doesn't get any better than that. Let's hear it for statistics in medical school, making money outside the clinic. Oh, the automatic card shuffling. The automatic shuffler must not shuffle them properly. So then you got cards that are repeating, and statistically, you're not getting a bell-shaped spread. Yeah, yeah, they gonna see y'all. Some of y'all gonna learn from what we just. They've been spitting game in here for y'all about blackjack. Like if y'all go back in my feed and read what they said about blackjack, you gonna learn some of the basic strategy from what they said. Because they're talking basic blackjack strategy right now. Because they remember it like per each number, like what the range is, and that's the way you should play. If the dealer has low cards, let them bust. Don't keep taking hits because the card that you take with the king or the queen, the bust card, you're gonna take it from the dealer, and everybody at the table is gonna get mad at you. They're gonna get pissed. Like, bro, you just lost me some money because you sitting there taking all them hits when the dealer had a 9 or 10 or 11 or something. It's like, what's up, bro? You know, you, I think counting cards doesn't help you as much when they have multiple decks. And with card counting, the way you do it is by colors, by suit. I'm sorry, by suit. You get either a 0 or a 1 based on if it's 0 to 9 or 9 and above. And if you do the count real quick, if you count really, really low, obviously you hold, let the dealer bust. If your count gets really high, then I think you have to try to get as close to 21. 13 or better stay. That's how card counting is. Who for people who can't count cards exactly? It's you look at each card and assign to it a 0 or 1, um, and then that tells you whether the table is heavy with the dealer's heavy with suits or low numbers. Oh, 26K. Oh, damn. Your brother got paid that day. Damn. How long did it how long did he stay at the table? Did it take him like did it take him like 8 hours to win that 26K? Like was he like there all day eating lunch and like exercising there? And go back, play another. Okay, I'm at 5K now. Let's go back and do it again. Your brother obviously knows how to play blackjack, bro. Telling y'all, bro. Blackjack is where you win that real money at in Vegas, man. Every true gambler knows that. And my granddaddy used to own a cafe, and according to my mama, oh, oh, he got lots of money, bro. He can lose fucking shit 3, 4, 5 racks and be like, whatever. Yo, he got, yeah, hell yeah, he's a surgeon. Period. But yeah, my mom said my grandfather used to stay up all night long in the back of the cafe he owned, gambling. And that's where he made his real money. He wasn't making no money up there selling potato chips and beers. Shit, he was in the back of the club throwing them bones, baby. Ah, snake eyes. Ha, big six. Oh, crap out. Yeah, I know, dude. Gambling is a wonderful way to learn statistics. It really is. Go to play blackjack, follow basic blackjack strategy, and then you'll understand basically how doctors make decisions in the clinic based on statistical analysis of disease processes in different groups. You know, I think the other day I did a scope and I told y'all 40+% of African Americans have heart disease. Every other black person you look at got something wrong with their heart. So all our black asses need to be in the clinic at some point, getting our hearts checked out completely. EKGs, echoes, auscultation, everything. Oh yeah, I took stats in med school. You gotta take biostatistics. So I was like, yeah, I'm good, bro. I understand statistics. I understand p values. I understand null hypothesis. If you understand all that, you ready to gamble. Just learn the basics. You understand. The basics of the scientific method. It's based on that statistical analysis of the data. Period. That's how it works. What a doctor is doing, he's just doing it on the fly in the moment based on disease patterns, but he's still pulling from his knowledge of biostatistics of certain disease patterns in certain groups. Medicine is definitely a branch of science, and they are definitely scientists. It's just that a doctor is an applied scientist. An applied scientist, sometimes they do clinical research, sometimes they don't. Oh, by Cuspid. Oh, he's good to go. Cuspid already well. Yeah, he doesn't have what the lot of my family has is that genetically autosomal dominant myxomatous degeneration of the mitral valve, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Ain't nothing you can do about it, baby. You born with the gene. You can do something about that fat back you eating and clogging your coronary arteries, but you can't do nothing about that valve that the connective tissue is misshapen and hypertrophied and malformed because that's from grandma. And that's what black folks dealing with. You dealing with genetics from grandma, grandpa. Statistically speaking, you gonna die from a heart attack. Just like DMX, right? 50 years old. He was a little bit big in the cipher, but damn, I didn't know he. I don't know what he died from. Does anybody know? Did DMX have a coronary event? Was it valvular heart disease? Was it? myocardial? Was the muscle sick? Because of different kinds of heart disease. Was it a dissection of the aorta, descending aorta, right? Ascending, right? Aneurysm. I mean, it gets very specific because cardiology is my niche in internal medicine. So I'm really like, what did DMX really die from? Like, give me specifics so I can learn something and teach people. But I do know 40 some percent of black folks have heart disease, women more than men. Get to the doctor, get you an EKG. Oh, I'm good, man. I'm good, brother. That's the problem. Like, I'm good, but let me show y'all a little some. See that right there? See that pacemaker I got, baby? Yeah, that little some. Told y'all, I'm the real Iron Man, bro. I'm the real Black Tony Stark, man. You ain't gonna get no realer than me. That's $100,000 box right there, baby. 100 bands for a computer in your chest that watches me day and night. It has Bluetooth that talks to my phone. Pacemakers done changed, huh? $1 million. This pacemaker, Bluetooth talks to my cell phone. Now, if that don't trip you out, nothing will. Real life Tony Stark, baby. wasn't one of the Iron Mans in the original Marvel comics black, or was it always War Machine? I don't. I followed Spider Man and the black suit Spider Man. I never read Iron Man growing up, but I think I remember. I did collect a lot of comic books though. I do remember that there was a black person in Iron Man, but in the movie it's War Machine. But I want to say that one of the Iron Men were black. I don't know for sure though, because like I said, I didn't read DC. I don't like DC comics, and I still don't like. Spring, and I'm gonna have minimally invasive robotic surgery at Mayo Clinic. Mayo Clinic called me 2 days ago, and the lady was trying to keep up with what I was telling her. I was like, "Oh yeah, da, 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 da." She's like, "Oh shit, he's a doctor. He knows what's going on. Oh shit, he knows his own echo reports in and out. He knows how big his left ventricle is. Oh shit, yeah, it's over 5.4 centimeters, but it's all athletic hypertrophy. It's not disease. I've been an athlete my whole life with mitral valve disease. I'm supposed to have a big, thick heart. Oh, Mayo already got me, bruh. Mayo got me on the schedule, baby. That minimally invasive robotic surgery. I have a black surgeon here, cardio vascular surgeon, and he was gonna do the. And I was like, hey, yo, I was gonna go to Mayo and have the robotic surgery. He's like, go to Mayo. So here's the rub. If I hadn't have asked and known about it, would he have done? Would he have said, or would he have said, "Are you considering minimally invasive robotic surgery?" So my point is, you got to know you, bruh. You got to know you and what's available for you, because we didn't come a long way with diabetes. We got insulin. One shot lasts 3 days, bruh. Long acting insulin. One shot lasts 3 days, man. What y'all complaining about? People used to have to take shots every meal, every freaking meal. Not one shot, 3 days. Like, come on, man. So my clinic, Big Scott Locum's Walk-In Clinic, is what it's gonna be called. We'll be opening up in October. So if you in Billings, Montana, and have some walk-in medical needs, we're available for you. Cue music here. Dun, dun. I actually do gotta do a commercial. My wife said I gotta do a commercial. I gotta get on local radio and a newspaper. So you know, it is what it is, bro. I told her, I said it probably ain't gonna be any more stressful than getting on stage. Oh, I've been practicing for decades, man. I'm a true. Oh, I thought you talking about medicine. Sorry, I practice multiple art forms. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. I mean, the thing is, when you got a license, you have a license, and you know, you can get grounded like a pilot because you're too sick, but I feel fine, man. Matter of fact, I got to go back to work in July because I'm a trauma director at an emergency room. That hat I have to resume in July. You'll invest in my business? Hey, bruh, OB, if you serious, bruh, yeah, you talk to me, man, because my wife is also about to start the first Filipino restaurant in Billings. So we taking on quite a bit right now. Uh, she definitely needs more investors than just me. And but we can definitely talk, bruh, because I'm an OG here in the medical field. I'm an OG in Billings, 20 some years here, 20 years. Sure, I'm the first internist and hospitalist. Oh, I got you, man. We definitely gonna talk now, nigga. Talk about money. I'm just- but I know you gonna want a percentage of profits, right? That's how it works, right? No, we gonna talk, bro. We gonna talk. See how it works, y'all. See, the spiritual brothers also have money, and they be making them deals, talking about Jesus. We talking about Jesus and money. What more do you want? What more do you want? All right. Like I told y'all in my rap songs, rollie in my left wrist, apple in my right. Still, I do not know what time it is though. Do y'all understand that I'm talking metaphysics when I rap, man? That's why nobody understands when I rap. They don't understand when I rap, bro. Because I be talking about this right here, and I put it in lyrical form. So it's just but it's what I love to do. I love putting the truth into rhyming verse form and music behind it that I produced. That's how I ended up in hip hop. It was something I loved doing. Music and speaking truth. What better way to combine them than hip hop music? But we're coming out of the Kali Yuga. The East Indians say that it's a cycle of ignorance and enlightenment that goes through many iterations of human beings being born and dying in the cosmos. So don't get too excited. We've been here before. We just don't remember it. But as the knowledge and wisdom comes back to us, we need to be embodying it and pushing the limits, man. Pushing the limits of what we understand about our own minds. And don't be afraid to go into the dark spaces of your own mind because it is required. You have to. You cannot be afraid of the dark forever and be little children afraid of the boogeyman. Close your eyes, go into your subconscious, and learn how your mind actually works. Learn the origin of suffering and attachment and impermanence. See the emptiness in your own being. That there is actually no you there, just conditions and phenomena. You don't own it, the universe owns it. Thus, we are all empty. That's a Western explanation of it, but we got to start somewhere. We are Western, and we speak English, the Viking language, Viking Welsh Latin language. So we can talk about Thor and Valhalla too if you want to. It's all good. But man, I honestly feel like in my life, my purpose is to be a teacher. That's my main purpose, and I embrace it. It ain't the most beautiful, lovely work in the world. You generally get pissed on and questioned every step of the way, but you yourself have a great opportunity to grow. you know, I love the fact that I can embrace emptiness as my core teaching, as the core of how I approach life, mental, physical, and spiritual. And because of that, the fastest way to shrink the ego is to understand impermanence. Okay, I'll just say that. I'll just say that to my friends on here that haven't learned Eastern philosophy. When you know the true meaning of impermanence, and it's not nihilism, it is not nihilism. It is the opposite. It is what is. How is it? How is it manifesting? What's behind that? This is because that is. 1 inch is a component of 1 foot. 1/8 of an inch makes an inch. I can keep going for infinity. That's the nature of this reality. Is it not mathematically? Did I speak a non-truth just then? Okay. So why we gotta reinvent wheels that are octagons when we already know the truth? They taught you the truth in math, in geometry, in history, in Sunday school. You were taught the truth over and over again, but you just didn't recognize it, right? But that's okay. That's what the teachers are here for, to say, look, pay attention. You were never born. You can never really die. NERD. What's up, Pharrell? No one ever really dies. Nerd, right? Pharrell obviously knows the truth. Why wouldn't he? He's an artist. He's obviously a human being who cares about knowledge. But we're a young country. See, but you don't see. It's you know when you embrace emptiness and see it on any level. I can't tell you exactly what happens. Okay, that's the nature of this thing. But something in your mind clicks. Okay, and you approach every relationship, knowledge, your existence, life and death differently from a point of wisdom and compassion. Because now click, right? Oh, mm, yeah, it's inexplicable. It truly is. And anyone that says they know exactly what it is, mm, don't let them sell you any beachfront property in the Sahara. Okay, don't let them do it, man. It's been a good one. My daughter is really, really irritating me right now. So I'm about to go in here and pick her little beautiful ass up. Ask her why she's screaming every second. Probably because she want to get out of the crib. But hey, man, I mean, living Buddha, living Christ. Thich Nhat Hanh. Christian brothers and sisters, read the book, man. Please. Look, I'm begging y'all. All right? Look, I'm please, please read the book so we can have this conversation. Thank you, OB. But we can't have the conversation. It's like me trying to talk to you about calculus and you don't know what limits are, right? We can't have that conversation about calculus if you don't know what limits are. It ain't happening. Much love, man. You already know, man. Y'all my brothers and my sisters out here for real, man. But we got to reclaim what was lost, man. We have to reclaim what was lost. The Christian scientists, Buddhist scientists, adepts, aspirants, stream enters, future saints. Hey, man, you know the selfishness of me is that the better world that I want to create through sacrifice is the one that I also want to occupy, right? That I also want to occupy that world. Wake up and not have to listen to the the news about another senseless act like that happened in my neighborhood last night when SWAT, boom, 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 because he stole because he had a van with a dead body in it and he running on foot. I mean, people, right? You don't end up that way without, according to Buddhism, lifetimes of mistakes. Lifetimes of mistakes. And there's many opportunities in there to alter, change, correct your thinking about reality. There's many opportunities. The teachers are coming all the time. We're here, constantly talking, getting, attacked, looked at sideways, not listened to at all, valued, not valued, that we've spent our lifetime trying to uncover what our ancient ancestors gave us, knowledge wise and wisdom wise, not putting on those shows, not out here dancing for nobody, just speaking truth. That's it. You have to karmically be at a certain point yourself. Buddhism would say karmically you have to be at a certain point of growth before you would benefit a lot. But it would say to hear Dharma in any lifetime is a complete blessing. Oh yeah, bro. You know, number love, bro. I'm glad you found me, man. Living Buddha, living Christ. Dude, we should. We should. I think you were the one that told me to read the Tao Te Ching, right? Wasn't it you? I recommended I read it on here. Let me get the book and reread it. It's been a decade since I read it. I hope it's on audiobooks so I can listen to it. Ah. So we have our assignments, boys and girls. We all who agree to this will read Living Buddha, Living Christ, and we will discuss the book chapter by chapter. And let me reread it. Let me reread it. Oh, the Tao, man. I read just one page of the Tao for y'all. Like I said, it's pretty short. But we can definitely go back and forth between the Tao and Living Buddha. I think those are two profound teachings that will be beneficial for anyone to hear in this lifetime, any lifetime. And so we can definitely pull it out and go at it, dig into it, get the meat and the bone and the sinew into our system, right? That's what is necessary to grow from knowledge and wisdom. We gonna do it. I already read. Go back and see the one I did on. I read the first page of the Tao, and I said, basically, this is all you need. I could stop right here, and your mind at some point, just from this right here, would become liberated if you continue to contemplate this wisdom. That's how profound the Tao is. I just read the first page, just the first page, not a whole big text with all these chapters and verses in it. Really concentrated on just a few lines of the page, pretty much saying this is the whole thing. What you're gonna hear now really is just repetition of this, stated a lot of different ways. The way nature manifests. One truth, many manifestations. Proton and electron can look like a flower or a black man in Montana talking about Taoism, Confucianism, and Christianity. Hmm, there is a mystery here. Emptiness and form. We have to recognize them and recognize what we can't recognize. Yes, it's so, man, it's so, that type of wisdom opens you up. You become so not uh closed minded. And your personality and your being changed. You could be homeless or rich, poor, it don't matter. That will be your true jewel in your life, that you've come across that wisdom in this lifetime. That's how powerful it is. And you will know and feel that you have something that is of the utmost value. And you won't care if you're homeless or rich or whatever, right? That's how powerful it is. The pearls, dive, diving deep and finding pearls and bringing them back up. Someone did it for me, and so I do it for others. That's how it works. I'm learning to swim in the stream, not just for my benefit, right? We got man, we went in today, man. Got some business deals, some metaphysical truth, fundamentals, always fundamentals. You never get past fundamentals. I was shooting yesterday, and I was shooting an air rifle. This one right here, actually not this one. This is a SIG, but this is an air rifle. That's a .177 caliber, and I shot this pattern right here, U.S. Army trained. Okay, that's the pattern that I shot, and I said to people basically, my wife, and I think it was Facebook. It's always about fundamentals. You never get past fundamentals. The U.S. Army taught me the fundamentals of marksmanship, and it's never gone beyond that. That is always the basis of how I approach marksmanship, right? Spirituality is the same way. You have to know the basis and fundamentals and foundation of how reality manifests. Then you can speak from your own person, your own experience, which is the most powerful statement you can make. Oh, about 25 meters. 25 meters. I was zeroing in the scope. I was zeroing in the scope. It was actually this rifle right here is what the one I was shooting, the Remington. Because we got it all in here, baby. I got the bow and arrows, the compound bow. You know how we do it. I was shooting this Remington right here, air rifle with the scope. That's the scope I was zeroing in. But it's the pump action, the one I grew up on, Airmaster. Oh, you already know. And I have as much fun shooting an air rifle as a high powered rifle. I was in the rifle team in RTC in high school, and that's what we shot, air rifles. So my fundamentals come from basic stuff, man. Basic stuff. God bless OB. Thanks for coming by, man. Yeah, that's why you better off shooting an air rifle because ammo is so expensive, and I can shoot one BB at a time. Man, this is my freaking arrowhead. How did it get away from me? My daughter will eat this. My wife always getting on to us. Now I got to take ownership of that shit. And drop my arrowheads. Oh shit! All right, and put it back on the arrow for the girl try to eat it. Oh, I got you, bro. I'm gonna hit you up, man. For real. I'm gonna hit you up. Namaste, man. If y'all don't know what that means, please look it up. It's beautiful. It's from the heart. You know, we're born, we die. In between, we have an opportunity to recognize and try to bring and manifest truth for the benefit of everyone. And I have a dream like Dr. King that I live in the world like that one day. And I get angry and frustrated because I don't. But I know that my anger and frustration have to be tempered by wisdom and compassion, or I will never be able to make a difference in this world. I will never be able to make a difference in this world until I reach the summit of wisdom and compassion, which you never do, but you continue to try. Yeah, air rifle, man, cheap ammo, bro. Dude, did you see that SIG down there though? Did you really see this air rifle? Let me pull it out for you, bro. This is a BB gun, bro. Well, you see it. There's the clip. Pellets, BBs. Yeah, that's a SIG. Look at this. Shoots like a SIG because it is one. I know, right? Shoots like a SIG. Yeah, that's an air rifle. Oh, if somebody shoots you with that, bro, you could have some serious problems. That's almost a 22 caliber weapon. .177, 700 feet per second from the cartridge, because it takes a CO2 container. You got some serious problems if you could hit with that. You gonna have more than a whelp on your ass. Put it like that. Maybe a hole in your ass, most likely. But it's cheaper than buying all that other ammo. You can shoot it in your backyard. So my range is in my backyard with air rifles. I set up targets like this. Check this target out. Yeah, the SIG MCX. MCX. Advanced Sport Pellet Air Rifle. With the 1.4x24 scope included with it. I don't know, a couple of hundred. I can't remember what it cost. But what the hell was I gonna show you? I can't remember. What the hell they do with the arrow? Gave my son a freaking arrow. Now it's gone. Yeah, man. Look, I'm telling you, shooting an air rifle is the same fundamentals as an AR-15. It is just as fun. Take a box, put a pillow in it, cover the front with your targets. That's how we were taught to make a target box when I was little. Just take a box, throw pillows in it, and set your target up. Set your targets up. Oh, I was gonna show you this. Like these targets I bought, it's just basic targets. But I have this target on top that when you hit it, it spins the bird. So when you're zeroing it in, you can have some fun, man. You know, you know us country boys, man. We play with the same toys we played with when we was kids. Just big boy toys, that's all. All right, man. Till next time. I love y'all. Namaste. Keep it real.